Raving Evangelist unedited. I'm going to show you what they don't know, how they don't know, so they get to stand on their faulty gospel about how you have to believe, but you also have to turn from sins. You have to get baptized. You have to be obedient. You have to do all this stuff, right? If you're not doing this stuff, then you're not saved. They tie this to their salvation. And I'm going to show you so they don't stand on faith, but they get to get their glory in the here and the now. And I'm going to show you how. Because their message is literally what's being preached worldwide. It's self-righteousness. It looks good. So literally they get their glory here and the now. They get to look like they're right. They get to look like they're the ones who have the truth, right? There's a group of people coming on the last day claiming Lord, Lord, right? And they're being turned away. And they thought that they were doing all these works, right, in his name, right? So there is a group of people who are deceived, and they're wolves in sheep's clothing. They're false prophets. They don't know it, and they're coming to Jesus on the last day thinking they're getting into the kingdom, but Jesus is turning them away because they didn't just simply do his will, which is to believe. And it says it in John 6:40 again, right? It's not tied to any of this other stuff of like what they said. And this is how they get their glory now. They get to say, we're obedient, we're overcomers, we're doing all this stuff. They get to say it's not enough to just believe. You have to believe and do all this stuff and get baptized, and you have to fully turn, and you have to fully commit, and you have to all of this stuff again, right? Now, can you see? Can you not see? Sorry. You know, or can't you see how they would get their glory in the here and now? This is why they have their huge platforms worldwide. These guys get to preach their false gospels, and it's, you know, Mr. Walter W.D., get out there, man, and a lot of people will resonate to your phony, faulty message, because it all has to tie to what the flesh is comfortable with. It wants tickling ears. It wants to hear a message that's, yeah, Jesus will be pleased with you on the last day if you're fully obedient, and all this stuff was tied to your salvation, and you actually bought into that lie, and that's not the truth. Yeah. That's what you're going to be bringing to Jesus on the last day. And these guys just like Jesus says, everything they do is for people to see, right? And they get it here and now. They've received their reward in full. That's everything they do is for people to see. They tell everybody they've turned from their sins. They've done all this stuff, and they say it's not enough to just believe in Jesus. We've done all this. You have to do all this stuff that we've done plus believe, because God's impressed with what we've done and all this keeping up that we're doing and proving we're saved and that we can't lose our salvation as long as we're doing all this stuff. Oh, but if we're not, then we can lose it. And God's more pleased with us. No. You keep bringing that to Jesus if you want, Mr. Walter W.D., and keep preaching that if you want. But over here at the Raving Evangelist, we preach that it's just enough to believe by saving grace and faith. And that's the leap of faith we have to take. We don't get the glory to here and now. Jesus will show us on the last day you were right. It was by belief and faith. Well done, good and what? Faithful servant.